Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Or there's people that say we are burning Watts Island. Well, welcome aboard my boat. Back to Watts Island. I hope you all brought your safety vest, said your prayers, and sprayed some holy water because we are going back to the island, my friends. Um, Man, I was surprised to see there was a new documentary, and then it dawned on me. Some people have never heard of the case. You know what I mean? Some people are not even aware. I'm with you. Some people are not even aware of of the Chris Watts and Shanann Watts case. Can you imagine that? Smells like conspiracy and sage up in her. That is the smell of the waters we are going over. There are some big waves and turbulence ahead. Wait, that's more like an airplane. What does a boat person say? Hold on, bitches. There's some waves ahead. I don't know. But I'm excited. Hey, Kennedy. Janae, I had a nice walk today. I can handle this. Oh, man. Yay, Amanda. Thank you. How's your headache? Your migraine, actually. I know migraines are so different. I got my wine and smokes. Let's get into this. The shit show, you did say it. The shit show. It is. Yeah, shut up, Robbie. I'm not familiar with this case. That's because your brain's all mush from that stupid ghost face. Don't burn the rum. I am a glutton for punishment, but I am also a Watts Island baby at heart, right? And I was like, you know what? I swam through dirtier waters.
In public, all is well with Shanann.
You're getting ahead of me here. Relax, documentary. Relax. What is this?
It's because they rub against you, creating friction.
Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening. All right, there we go. My lovely friend / mod shared her YouTube Premium with me, and I don't know what that was. Sometimes I'm like, how do I get it off? So I did post a photo to thank you all for what? I'm sorry. Hold on one second. There's like shit going off. In my comment section, and quite frankly, I'm tired of it. It's like always, and it's never my shit is my thing. It's always somebody else's shit. But Rena, welcome. First and foremost, my condolences. I'm glad you came in. So I was corrected, and it was brought to my attention that I had stated that Miss Rena here was the one that mentioned about me being doxxed. I was completely misguided on what was said there, unless it was said again. It wasn't. I showed the screenshot yesterday, but it didn't come from Rena, and yeah, Rena wants out of the drama, and I don't blame her. And we are here strictly on a Chris Watts basis. So, yes, thank you for coming. I'm sorry. Can I need to address this real quick. Never mind. I guess it was deleted, but what is that? All right. All right. So anyway, Watts Island, am I right? Am I right? We are braced. I completely understand, Rena. I completely understand. And it goes back to my point that we never know what somebody's going through in real life, right? Um so puts things in perspective that we're not all we just don't know. We don't know, right? We don't know. So Watts Island. Let's get this out of the way first. Who is blaming Watts Continent? Who blames what is Watts Island? You guys are messing with me. Well, I was gonna say who is mad at my girl NA? Who blames NA? Put a 1 in chat if you don't like NA. Don't ask me to go in because I don't even know. Hannah Charles, me too. It was like rabbit hole after rabbit hole after rabbit hole. All right, mods, get them out. Everybody that blames Nicole Kessinger, get the. Oh, not NA. My bad. Who blame? Yous all blame NA? Holy shit, that's mind opening. Okay, so never mind. Who? Wait, do you guys know I said NA? No, I like NA. I meant to say NK, Nicole Kessinger. Who thinks the mistress, Nicole Kessinger, was involved? Put it 2. Ooh, you bitches came out clean. You guys came out clean with your hate for NA. I respect it. Thank you. I best not see you 1. Oh, Delaney. I didn't even know I said NA, so. You have no feelings for anyone in the case new account? Oh, bless your soul. The mistress. Who blames the mistress? NA is Nicole Atkinson. She is the best friend of Shanann that found that something was wrong that morning. I was like, what? Me too. NA was a good friend. All right, we got 2 NKs. I like NK. I don't trust it. You don't trust NA, Kennedy? I like that. Let's talk about that. 2, 2, 2, 1.5. NK's a dirty birdie. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Wow, man. 2, 2, 2. Oh, my heart. My heart can't handle this. All right. I blame the mistress, but that's my opinion. A lot of people blame the mistress. Wait, do you got Molly Go Nightly? That photo is golden. Okay. So, you guys think she knows more than she's saying. All right. All right. She knew Chris was married, but I don't think that makes her a murderer, in my opinion. Hannah, I'm with you. Lily, thank you. Thank you. We are in the year of 2022. I know this happened in 2018, but we got to start blaming where the loyalty lies. Nicole Kessinger, yeah, she had an affair with a married man. But a lot of people blame her for what happened, and that's heavy because it was Chris that went into marriage, right? Knows more. Yeah, a lot of people feel like she knows more. So I go back and forth with this. I personally, do I blame her? So I think she played a lot of head games. I think she was that pick me girl. I think she was a female and a prominently manly area and loved the attention. I think Nicole was always those, that girl that has to be the pick me girl. That friend of yours that if she knows you like a guy, she's kind of hanging on him. Thank you, true helper. You are a true helper. I feel like that's who Nicole was. Right here, Lindsay, you don't know about Chris Watt's case? I'm going to give you guys a little breakdown. Hold on. To me, I feel like she played head games with him. Like, oh, you're going on vacation with your wife. Like one of those. Like, oh, why don't you just don't even bother calling me while you're there, but calls him every minute that he's there. One of those. Do I think she was physically involved? Run, Lindsay, run. Oh, you're just teasing us. Okay. Do I think she was physically involved in the murders? No. But mentally? She fueled it. Yeah. She fed it. She fed it. She fed the darkness. She fed the darkness. Can't deny that. Mitchie, I know far too many females like that. Well, no, it wasn't an interrogation. You know why? Unfortunately, she was never a suspect. I don't think people realize that she was a witness of a murder. Jake, where have you been, my friend? I've missed you. When I don't get his how on earth, he never thought no one would notice or pry into the disappearance of mom and 2 daughters. No kitty cat is worth that. I agree. Yeah, work on your marriage, but don't you dare work on it type of thing. You got it. You got it. Do you guys feel like, you know what I said the other day? Nicole Kessinger is the mistress that comes in, picks up your kid's photo and goes, oh, they're cute, and puts it down crooked. Do you understand? I also think she is the type that puts her feet up on your couch. Oh, without a doubt, iconic. Without a doubt. Let me pull that up for you guys. Hold on. I definitely think they failed not paying attention to that sooner. Or not looking into her sooner. Give me just a moment, just a little bit's enough. We're not broken. You know, I got spoiled with Google filling in my passwords and Gmails for me.
Top search result.
Whoa, shut up. Not asking you about anything. Get out of my face, yo. All right, let me pull this up for you guys so I can give you guys a better understanding of what is bringing life back to the boat. There is a new documentary called Suburban Murder. And again, it blows my mind to imagine there's people I've never heard of this case. I feel like this messes with me sometimes. This is only like my 50th Tubi account because every time it tells me my password is not a password. Like, okay. Okay, guys, so what? Why don't I ever have myself prepared, you ask? Well, because I'm like a total noob. Wants your device's identity to be identified by Google to determine eligibility for enhanced playback. Okay. Am I allowed to do this? I do what I want. You did, Amber? Wow. Those of you who have not been embroiled in this case, let me tell you, we spent over a year. A lot of us came from the Chris Watts community. And it was rough times, man. We called it an island because there was a few creators. I know, Tia Dash, I know. There was only a few creators that covered the Chris Watts case. So we all like subbed together and went around together. And unfortunately, you guys take one guess in the chat. Who said that? Because I do. Hope for peace, I do. Part of me does. Take one guess what creator came onto Watts Island and destroyed our fun sailing. Take a guess. Oh, you're behind me. The one's still getting her lines to their teeth for his money, and they're gonna lie their way to a courtroom. Boom! Look at all the smart guesses we have here. Oh, Rena, you were close with KK. She didn't necessarily ruin it. Natasha came in like a wrecking ball and ruined every relationship that creators had and told subscribers where they couldn't go. I like your guesses, though. Critical K did some damage. Yeah, so a lot of us all kind of came together through that. MGL, AD. They were, Alicia. They were. But the subscribers weren't, you know? The new one on it's Peacock. Without Borders, are you in here? It's Peacock. I gotta tell all my friends, it's Peacock! We were trying to figure it out not figure it out all day dramatically, but for some reason, what did I keep saying? I kept saying the other stupid streaming at Paramount. So it's Peacock. Thank you for that. Hide and Seek. Thank you. Did anybody see this documentary, The Suburban Nightmare? MGL is Molly Golightly, aka Squeals on the Ground, Heels in the Air, Molly Golightly. She completely mocked Shanann Watts. Do you, Penny, for your thoughts? Okay. Yeah, I kept saying Paramount, so it's Peacock. All right, so this is the Tubi one. I'm going to play this, and I hate to do this to you guys, but I was foolish, and I didn't... Alexis was in the shower, and I have to get Jason real quick. What was her name? What was normal divorce not an option? Yeah, I know. Yeah, Molly go F yourself, you know. Molly go Skankly. What was her name? Miss Mensa. Do you guys mind talking amongst yourselves for a moment? Baroness, I am a little bit, but I'm also, it's where my heart is. All right, I will be just 1 minute. I promise. I'll be so quick. I still have these on my phone, and I'm watching. Best behavior. You will be kicked off the ship. coming. You guys are so patient with me. I ran as fast as I could. Thank you for being patient. Wow, you guys all stayed too. How sweet. Seriously, thank you. I'm sorry. I got to plan this out a bit better. Thank you. Whoa! Anybody get kicked off the boat? You all survived? It's supposed to snow for me too. The pink. I'm down. Yeah, I hope that enough for them kids to stay home. Robbie, are you still in here? Or is any creator, monetized creator in here? Because I have a question. Oh, thank you, Iconic. I was good. You know what? That means you were bad. Gotcha. I have a question. I tricked my kids with that. I know this will get me struck. Are you, Jake? You're that close? This will definitely get me struck on here. Does anybody know? I'm just curious for my own thought. When you this is new with the Wasp. We're just going for it, man. We're feeling bolden tonight.
It's a crime that shook us all to the core.
A Colorado man gets life in prison for killing his pregnant wife and 2 young.
I'm going to have to pause every so often for my own. I passed the Xanax, right? I guess I could. Yeah, I know. I'm getting struck for it. Is it? Yeah. No, there is nothing really new with it. It's nothing really even worth watching, to be honest. What if I'm not monetized and it strikes? It's just going to hide it, right? One time now, during one of my streams where I got a lot of super chats, the stream got struck, and I feel like I lost all the super chats. I think the stream I played took the money. Yeah, claim. So there's nothing really worth seeing here anyhow. But we'll just do it to do it. Nah, it's not going to hurt me. Don't do it. Do it. Chris fucking Watts, I know. This is on a free streaming app. What if I play... Jake, do they take the super chats? He did play it? Because one time I got like a couple hundred in super chats and they took it. Okay. So you guys, this one really wasn't that good. To be honest, not because I'm scared to play it either, but it just honestly wasn't that good. Yeah, they won't know till today or tomorrow if they're struck. I'm going to do this. I know what I'm going to do, guys. I got an idea. Check this out, right? Here we go. And then how about this? What's today? Wednesday? Who's down to have a watch party? We can do a watch party with the Peacock one. Is that what it was? Yeah. You guys want to have a watch party with the Peacock one? We can do that. Yeah, it's not worth a strike. Dude, they took a couple. I got a couple hundred super chats, and they took, and it was fucking Adele. Adele, hello. I'm the broke bitch down here. You're sitting up there living large, and you just got all my super chats. I was so sad I could have cried. All right, watch party it is. When should we? Well, not tonight. Tomorrow. I'll put a community post up with different dates and times. I don't know either, Rena. I don't know. Yeah. No, watch party will be free. I'll just play it. Yeah, because my monetization went down by a couple hundred, so I assume they took that shit, man. So I'm going to share this with you guys. No, Tubi's free. Peacock costs a couple dollars. But I do think Peacock might have a $1 trial right now. That's what I said. My little broke ass down here, and you're sitting up there. So anyway, we're going to do it through Plunder's video. Plunder is a great channel that has great little informational videos like this. And Plunder breaks it down perfectly. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Megan, do you want to set up the Discord, hon? I know you said you're familiar. I'm not.
Subscribe to Plunder.
They did. Jake, they took it from me.
We've got at least one new photo, not often seen, in the new
So this is what she's saying is the new photo, not often seen, but it is. I agree. You can? Incognito? I don't get Peacock free through them. Yeah. Noticing things. What was that? There's been a lot of redactions. I didn't know. Like she's due for a checkup. She may have high blood pressure. I think she needs to go to the casino. Or other companies to pay channel deal like Hulu, sort of. Thank you, Gma. I did get HBO for a little bit with it, but so I don't know. How do we have a stream party, guys? I don't even know how to do it. I'm just talking out my ass, to be honest. I'm hoping somebody on here knows. All right.
Chris Watts documentary. The new Chris Watts documentary for 2022 is titled Suburban Nightmare. It features Shanann Watts, drama teacher. He touches on divorce in a book.
Does anybody else hate that this case has became... No, I know, but do I do it on Discord or do I do it on Zoom or do I do it on StreamYard? I don't know. No, that's boring. I want to watch it with you all. Does anybody else get sad that it's always called the Chris Watts case? Oh, thank you for telling me that. I'm going to look into that. I didn't know that. Let's do it. Let's set up a Discord. Discord's just a free app you download, right? It's like a streaming. It's like a Facebook or Instagram. And then you guys will all have contact. That's what we're going to do. Yay. Look, Iconic got it. They know what to do. Mitchie, it would be Discord. Megan, once you set it up, do I get it? I know, CC Ryder. I was so sad, dude. And a fucking couple hundred, too. Not that, it was like one of my biggest super chatted streams, but what are you going to do with that? You need a side-eyed me, the wandering sub. Side-eye me. Really, Penny? If you go to your app store, it's a free social media app. I know. I'm sorry, Navigator. All right, let me move on. Unless I just take one for the team, and if they strike me, they strike me. Right. Why is it called the Chris Watts case? For fuck's sake, have respect and call it Shanann's case.
Book, but not in the documentary. We also have Nosy Nate, the neighbor's mom. She asks, how do we wrap our mind around what happened? Because Dad...
I like how she says nosy neighbor, the nosy neighbor Nate, nosy Nate. I can't see. Is it that bad? Drive carefully, Pink Dahlia. The snow's that bad for you.
Daddies don't do what Chris Watts did, essentially.
She
Chris
wrote a
Watts
book.
was called a narcissist by Matt...
Oh, hold on.
Francis. He is Shanann Watts' teacher from high school. It will be 4 years this August since the day in 2018.
You know what cracks me up? Nosy Nate's mom wrote a book. I did not. Let me check, Jake. Nosy Nate's mom wrote a book. The, old teacher wrote a book. All right. Copy claims you. YouTube awards them all profits she made on. Well, that's why. She got all my, dude, a couple $100. It was one of my biggest streams. Fuck, man. Yeah, and then they all got money this way too. Does Discord take a lot of space to download? I don't know. Maybe we'll just stream it on here. I don't know.
That the story of a beautiful missing mom and her children began to go viral on Facebook. Shanann Watts, 15 weeks pregnant at the time with a boy named Nico Lee Watts, went missing.
I think that's one of the hardest parts that hit me. Imagine finally getting a son. 2 girls, you're about to have a baby boy, perfect life. I can't understand it. Can I start a Patreon? But don't you have to pay on there? All right. I'm going to do that. I'll try to make it like a quarter or something. You know what I mean? If I can't make it free, I'll make it like a quarter. And if the least I can do is $1, if somebody doesn't have $1, email me and I can Cash App you it so you can join. We'll do it that way.
With her gorgeous and funny girls, Bella and Cece Watts. Now, in 2022, a new documentary takes another look at the tragedy. It's called Suburban Nightmare, Chris Watts, and it's airing for free to watch on Tubi, linked below.
What do you guys feel about this guy? What do you guys feel about Matt Francis, the drama teacher? All right, I'm going to do a Patreon. We'll do a Discord for those that want the Discord, and we'll do Patreon just to stream the movies, and for those who don't want to download Discord if it takes too much memory or they can't figure it out. Irrelevant, don't know anything about him. This douche, people feel they could very easily became Shanann. That's what made this case so scary. You know what I think about him? And I hate to say this, but I think either he's a liar or Shanann as a teenager was a liar. Well, he wrote a book, CC. He did write a book. In the book, he talks about how Shanann would make comments about divorce and blah, blah, blah. But they were never divorced. You know what? If I have to point out the irony in a message I just read. Imagine what karma is a bitch. Let me just tell you. Karma is a true bitch. So, thank goodness you're home, Pink Dahlia. Stay in for the night now. Watch party for free, everyone in less trouble. Okay. We can host everybody on there and just mute. Yeah, so this guy wrote a book. Was it The Perfect Father? Give me 1 second. I'll tell you for sure.
Subscribe to Plan.
The Perfect Father. Wait, no, that was John. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. He didn't write a book. He came out of nowhere. Thank you. Sorry.
What's different about this documentary is that it includes
No, he did write a book.
Shanann's favorite former high school drama teacher, Matt Francis, as well as the mother of nosy neighbor Nate, the hero's mom, the guy whose video footage of Chris Watts in his driveway the morning of the tragedy broke the case wide open, whereas Nate's
so beautiful, so young. Okay, so we'll figure it out. Unjustified Channel, I thought it was a good book. Did you think it was, Not Your Mama? I feel like everybody wrote a fucking book, I'm sorry. But he's the one that gave out the rumors. That Shanann used to talk to him about how hard the divorce was at her house. Watch, you'll see.
Kate's mom offered a surface level look at the loss of her son's neighbor. Matt's perspective ran deeper, as witnessed by the stories that he told about a young Shanann when he was her 25-year-old drama teacher.
Okay, so he gave information for this book right here, The Perfect Father. Cato's book was based on lies. You sit on a throne of lies. Nate was cool. Dude, we all need a nosy neighbor. I am the nosy neighbor. Don't judge me. She was married before. Mwah. Yes, she was. How are you? For divorce and paid child support. Honestly, I think he would have gotten custody. Why not, Molson Man, let's team together and write a book about our experience with the Watts case on social media. Boom. Top seller. Was happy doing nothing and being at home. Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you. A lot of people do. I know. But Chris in Prison Review says something like, I turned to get on her sex, but then strangled her. It's a slip up. Now, I know that it was stated that he sat on top of her. And he claims that she wanted to have sex. I don't know. It's so sad. But Nate lied too. He sure did. We're going to get into it all. You guys, we're going to get into it all.
More on that later. Also new in the documentary is the perspective offered in the opening. We are now viewing the Watts tragedy in light of and in comparison to the Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie tragedy. And
so they did compare the two cases with how fake life is on social media. I want to ask you guys this, and I don't want anybody at all to fight over the poll I'm going to put up, so I'm not going to ask you to publicly say it, but I am going to make a poll real quick. Excuse me while I do. We will get right back to this, but I need to make a poll. With Ann K. Howard, after she plagiarized some of her work, proud saying that one. Oh, did you? I don't want anybody to feel exposed given their answer with this one, so I'm just going to make a poll as respectful as a poll as I can make. Don't want anybody. Don't make me hear my own voice. Shut up. With this one. Wow, you guys are really delayed from me. That's crazy. All right. I need a desk and a chair because this setup is not working for me. Wow, you guys are way delayed from me. All right. Polls are a good way to get the answers. Remember, at the end of the day, we all love each other. All right. Poll is up. Respectfully, it is a respectful poll. Damn, I can't vote on my own poll. Your 40 minutes, Kellyanne? Did you ever go? KK is a fucking moron. Yes, this case will definitely. You know what? There's either like you're very, very, very pro Shanann, or you're very, very, very against Shanann. Oh, I should have added neither. That's right, Megan. You're unaware. I should have added neither. Good one. Can I change it? I can't change it. Wow, I'm impressed so far. Okay. I think during this case, we weren't really allowed to study it. This is from my perspective. My perspective is, yeah, I should have put in neither. I'm sorry. My perspective is, with this case, it was so emotional. You had a beautiful young mother, pregnant with her first son, 2 beautiful baby girls in a horrific manner, that there was no victimology. There was no well, that is victimology, hippie soul. I'm glad you said that. Him to a T, you think so? There's no excuse for what was done. There's no excuse for what was done. I wish I should have added neither on the poll. Can I edit it? No, I can't. Okay. So, let me go ahead and play this. And poll and redo the choices. All right, you guys going to vote again? Thank you. I'm impressed with it so far. Not your mama, me neither. All right, so we had 38% Chris, 32% Shanann, 28% both. Let's see what we get this time about, huh? Chris, Shanann, neither, both. Your votes are anonymous. I can't see them. Nobody can see them. I know this about Shanann and girls, but as you know, they found that young girl in a burial. Her stepfather had been arrested. In a barrel. Wow. All right. Let me go back to where we was at. Chowder. I see you. Wait, that's my live. What am I doing? Oh my goodness. Man, it sounds like I'm over here beating up my keyboard, don't it? I promise you I'm not.
And the documentary examines how the pressure to perform and put up the facade of happiness for social media, while the truth is so much worse, is a trend in these cases. The documentary does mention that Shanann was an online seller of Thrive by Lavelle.
That's another question I guess I could ask. Okay, so it sucks because I can't see the damn poll without being on my channel. Don't rig the vote. I still don't believe either are narcissists. Still cleaning up glitter. I like your name. I don't believe either narcissist. Very interesting class was held using this case as a case discussion for CEUs where I work. The class was held by psychiatrists that I worked with. I do think people... Not your mama. Okay. Well, the Wandering Sub, there is... Oh, I'm sorry. There's victim bashing and then there's victimology. It's a very thin line. Victim bashing is like, oh, she deserved it. That's victim bashing. Victimology is looking into some of her traits that could have caused what happened to happen, but doing so respectfully. Lucky Lucy, I think I know where you were heading. Okay. Voter fraud.
And Chris's 60-pound weight loss as a result of taking the concoction. But the authors and psychologists featured in the new...
Look how they lied here. Look how they lied here. I get it. I get it. The victim bashing, the she deserved it. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Um, that's what made Watts Island so hard, because it was hard. If you said anything like, well, Shanann was really aggressive, people were like, like it was like, you can't say that. But it's hard because you have to look at the dynamics of the relationship, each of them as an individual, and kind of conduct how this even took place. That's how I like studying cases. She was bashed more? You think so, Biddle's mom? I didn't see any bashing of her. I really didn't. Wow, I'm shocked. That's horrific. In this image, they lied. Do you see how they took Shanann's posting? But look at the image they used. Let me pull it bigger and get this down. They used the image from his police arrest. That's not really there. I share your opinion. Oh, Chowder. Do we need to sing for you? I love you. You love me. We're a happy U2 family. With a great big like and a hello to you. I love you too. I forget how the end of the song went. This is Plunder's video.
New documentary Don't Touch on that multi-level marketing scheme being the very reason why Shanann felt so much pressure to live that baller's lifestyle.
So in the documentary, it's kind of implied that, I sang that horrible on purpose, by the way. Not Roddy, Mom, I love Barney. I hope you do. So she was bashed in that channel. Yes, she was. So they're saying that the anti-MLM called Shanann to do what, to act like she was a baller. Dude, Barney was the shit.
Is encouraged by many an MLM company. The new documentary mentions Nicole Kessinger in a fleeting sort of way, but
that quote on the screen, let me move Chowder. Yay, Roddy Mama, I will. This quote right here, she was like, I knew there was somebody else. I knew there was somebody else. I knew there was somebody else. It hits me to my soul. Rather you liked Shanann or not, rather somebody you would have been friends with in life or not, the amount of agony and heartbreak behind knowing you're being cheated on and it being denied, I can't. It is one, talk about trauma and paranoia. That is one of the worst things anybody can do to somebody. Oh, wait. Let me read this. I'm into astrology, and Chris is male Taurus. I've never met a narcissistic male Taurus ever. I don't know. I personally don't think that he's a narcissist. Sorry. You don't either? Okay, you don't either. Definitely, you think he's definitely a narcissist? Well, why is it that every time there's a murderer, they have to be labeled? Do you know what I mean? Like, why is there always a label? Like, what makes Chris a narcissist? Why is every killer mostly every labeled narcissistic. Quite frankly, I think the word has came watered down. It's tough. It's a tough one.
For the most part, the documentary paints Nikki as another victim of Chris Watts' lies and duplicitous nature and double life. Watts.
Now we know that she lied. I think he was on the spectrum too. We know that Nicole Kessinger lied about not knowing Chris was married. You never know what's going on behind closed doors. He wanted a new life and was trying to erase his old one. Yeah. Right, murderer. Definitely a murderer. Did she flip her script? What do you mean? Explain.
Is pegged as an unfeeling narcissist who couldn't connect and attach to people, which is why it was so easy for him to discard his family in hopes of a happy life with his mistress. But that made me wonder, how could...
Let's talk about this real quick. First off, heavenly peace to those beautiful baby girls. She downplayed everything after the crime. Really. Thank you, Kellyanne. That's really sweet of you. Thank you. When we step outside the murders themselves, because none of us, or most of us, aren't professionals in psychology or whatever. Yeah. Well, you know what, the Wandering Sub? I feel like that's part of case discussion. That's like one of the fun parts for me, is trying to gather, understand things. This that's about to play, put a 1 in chat if this video right here made you uncomfortable. The pregnancy reveal. I thought he seemed like a great father. Hell of a father. Yeah, that was uncomfortable. Do you think if Shanann wasn't Sell and Thrive and everything, do you think that this video would have ever went on social media? Do you guys know that this was the second video? It was forced. In my opinion, respectfully, I feel like it was forced. Yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah, the second pregnancy reveal. I personally think I think it was scripted. I think it was set up. Oh, I agree, the Wandering Sub. I'm not a professional. I'm just a fucking true crime enthusiastic that likes to pretend I understand shit that I don't. Don't take anything I say at anything further than face value. You felt something was off with him. It was very uncomfortable. But did it almost seem like he knew to anybody else that like, he knew this was, staged? Do you think so too? Okay. Like he knew what he was coming around the bend to. Yes, you're right, Delaney. I was going to say that. That's why I corrected myself and said I feel like it's staged, because there was 2 of her telling the girls that she was pregnant. Yeah, I should just get a shirt that says I watch enough. But listen, did you hear Molly Golightly the other day say that they are qualified because they watch, and she started naming like ID channel and all that? Well, she fucking meant that shit. At least I know that watching ID channel and nothing but horror and thrillers does not make me a professional. Yeah, I think he knew too. Okay, let's see.
Could Chris Watts attach to Nikki if he couldn't attach to his wife and kids? Throughout the documentary...
Wait, I should play it. That's a good question. If Chris was a narcissist, how could he attach to Nikki? But was he attached to Nikki? See? I caught myself there because you don't know. You don't know.
We see peeks into Shanann Watts' Facebook page, some of which are dramatized for the documentary, made obvious by the fact that they use Chris's arrest photo as a photo attached to a Facebook post from Shanann.
Yeah, that photo wasn't really there. And I'm glad that Plunder. This is still Plunder, yes. I'm glad that Plunder showed that. Plunder's thing's right here. The symbol. It's right here. I'm just doing commentary and I'm doing it respectfully. But yeah, her symbol's right here. Shanann was all about image and it stretched them to their limit with money. She was controlling too. She seemed like narc and he seemed Asperger's or sociopath. I'm a classic introvert. All the shit she posts on Facebook would have made my skin crawl. Killed his family. I say that's pretty attached to NK. That's pretty attached to NK. Yeah, but let me ask you this. If he would have been able to live life with NK, would he have lived life with NK? Or would the next person came along? You know what I mean? Was he really attached to NK or was he attached to something different? Does that make sense? For me personally, I'm going to tell you what. Don't get mad at me, guys. In my opinion, Alicia, I was confused for a minute. It was the one with the girls that was faked. It was her second one with the girls. I personally think that Chris and NK could have had a good life. Yeah, the pink dahlia. That was weird. That tells you a little. That tells you. You're right. Thank you for bringing that back up. He did Google. And when to tell somebody you love them. Chris to leave his family. I said that too from the start. I always thought it was a spy mission. Like, are you with your wife? You know what I mean? Some of you guys agree. Some of you guys aren't going to like it. I know. I don't think he was all attached to her. I think he liked that she was doing everything she did with him. So I do think he liked charge. I think that I think Nicole sold him a pipe dream. Here's this guy, right? You meet him and he's like, "Oh, I like cars." And you're like, "Oh, me too." I think Nicole conformed herself to be everything Chris liked, but I do feel like they did have something. At the end, though, I do think that Nicole still would have been the leader. She still would have directed him. But maybe it was because she was more like a homebody. She was more against social media. She was more outdoorsy and hands-on, but she was also carefree without a child. You know? But I definitely think she did the all bait on him. It would have been the bait and switch, you know? This is who I am. I'm everything your wife isn't. And then, boom, here I am. You think so, the Wandering Sub? She lost her cool. She did. Well, that's right. It's the honeymoon stage. Always. The beginning is always the honeymoon stage. She did. She looked on there. Were you really, Jake? One second. Let me message them. I'm checking, Jake. I think they would have had a good life. It was nothing more. I disagree. I don't think they would have had a good life. It was nothing more than infatuation on Chris's part. That wears off. Yeah. Because she knows she's hated. I'm trying to find out now, Jake. I'm sorry. Oh, Jake. This is going to sound silly, but I guess you made a joke saying, "Where's Megan to time me out?" So another mod timed you out on behalf of Megan. They didn't mean it to be personal. I think they thought you guys were joking around. I'm sorry. Who's ever been cheated on projects their anger? Good point, Robbie. Good points. It's because you voted more than once, Jake. I'm sorry, though. Studio was gone, and AK would not have had that. Wait. Mama Watts, so Chris Watts' mother, Cindy, wasn't going to stand for NK's deep digging into the dynamics after SW was gone, and AK would not have had that. Oh, I see. You don't think they would have gotten along? Well, no, we don't know their true day-to-day. All we can go off is social media, the inside looks we were given, and how the tragedy ended. You think she will come out one day? I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Nan bragging about Chris's weight loss due to Thrive. It was a photo obviously taken after Shanann was already gone and therefore not able to be posted to Facebook by Shanann. Overall, Matt's recollections of Shanann are the most.
I don't trust this Matt guy. I can't believe he's even around. I'm sorry, Jake. Are you okay? I'm sorry. So basically, they thought it was going to be an inside joke. Like they thought they were just playing along with the joke. They didn't mean to get you upset. I didn't do it, but I'm going to say I'm sorry. Rather, maybe for a minute, and Kay would have started demanding more from him. Yes. You don't, Lulu. Interesting. That's something we'll have to do in a private chat. Ooh, Delaney came in with the bang. He gives me a weird vibe, too. Let's see what he has to say. He's weird.
Most heartfelt and moving. Although he didn't delve as deeply into his love for Shanann as he did in the book The Perfect Father, his words were powerful nonetheless.
So let me ask you guys this. I just think I'll be timed out for real. Sorry. Let me ask you guys this. If her teacher's telling the truth, think about this. If her teacher's telling the truth, how much he loved Shanann, how much time he spent with her, how bad her life was, right? And he was a 25-year-old teacher too. I hate to think that way, but there was something weird there that even the principal intervened. Hey, Mimi. What made this happen? What was their relationship like? And why was Shanann talking about this divorce when the parents have been together for over 40 years?
Nonetheless, in the Perfect Father book, Matt described how he was able to mentor Shanann through hard times in her life when he claimed Shanann told him her parents were going through a divorce.
Her parents were going through a divorce. Maybe they were considering a divorce, but they didn't go through with it. But Shanann's father denies this strongly. Not only that, why did the teacher who taught her for a couple years, right? You only go to high school for 4 years, and he moved out to a different school district. Why did he write a book? You really liked it, Nacha Mama? Is it worth reading? I'm just curious. I don't know. It's weird to me. Hey, V. Seems inappropriate. Seems something. Where's everybody else that was a little bit closer to Shanann? I mean, at this point, even your nail dresser would be closer, you know? And it's a really inappropriate conversation to have with a student. Now, granted, I will say, it would have been, what, 15 to 20 years ago? Was it different 15 to 20 years ago? I don't know. You think so, Mimi? So maybe just being dramatic because her parents had a fight or something? Or she felt they were gonna, I don't know. Yeah, he was 25 at the time. Was a coworker who dropped her off that night. Yes, yes, N.A. Nicole Atkinson. And hey, Sherry, welcome. Thank you. What a cute elephant in a photo. I don't think she would have done a book. I don't know. We're just...
That split apparently never went through, but Matt offers insight not often seen in popular discussions about this case. In the book,
it's so eerie, and it's always been so eerie to me how much Bella looks like Shanann when next to Shanann, but also looks identical to Chris when next to Chris. He doesn't deserve to have that resemblance. Who only cared about Facebook while Chris did everything. Okay, didn't have many friends at school, so she probably leaned on that teacher a lot. Yeah, and the principal tried intervening, which was interesting.
Book The Perfect Father, which is linked to below, Matt described first meeting Shanann. As the author wrote, Shanann was only 14 when she began her freshman year at Pinecrest.
Let's read this. How do I get everything to go away? Click over here.
High school.
Freshman year at Pinecrest High School in Southern Pines. Founded in 1969 as a progressive school, Pinecrest boasted team teaching. Wait, does she say all this?
In Southern Pines. It was founded in 1969 as a progressive school. It specialized in arts and drama, which would become really...
Arts and drama. Soon after enrolling at Pinecrest, Shanann Ruzek joined Matt Francis's theater class. The charismatic 25-year-old drama teacher instilled his passion for drama in his students. I don't know. Was there a little... I did. I set off to Siri when I said, hey, Sherry. Hey, so strong to go through all that and then be poorly like she was and come outside of it all. Yeah, a lot of Chris's twin. I know, Biddle's mom. I know. How I wish.
Really important in Shanann's life. Soon after enrolling at Pinecrest, Shanann Ruchek joined the theater class taught by Matt Francis. He was a charismatic 25-year-old drama teacher, and
That smile, man. She's beautiful. I'm getting my nose stuffy. If you watch N.A. and her son during the body cam footage, it is, I'll say it's odd, very close to Shanann's teacher around 14, 15. Nothing inappropriate because my coach was closer to my age and always advised me. Very close to my hippie cool drama teacher as well. Thank you, Mimi. Okay. That's what I was wondering. Snow remover, I couldn't fathom. I won't even pretend I could. That's what I mean. So in today's world, if I found out my 15-year-old daughter was so close to a teacher that her principal took note and intervened, it'd probably be a big deal. That's why I was wondering if maybe 20 years ago it wasn't as big of a deal because the world was a little more innocent. Does that make sense to anybody? It's not that type of drama class. You think so, Alicia?
he instilled his passion for teaching drama into his students. His class would change Shanann's life, giving her both confidence and a new set of friends.
How amazing is that? It was still bad. Okay. It was, I think. Yes, no. I support NA. Hell no. Okay. I believe you were hitting on your teacher. Why do I believe that? Was it like, no, it was actually like a fancy school. It wasn't a big deal on your day, nothing inappropriate, and you and me are around the same. Okay. So I'm going to go with yes. I'm going to think, too, that it has something to do with the difference of times. The difference of, we're in a world today where, and don't get me started. All right, moving on.
Book, Matt said that Shanann was a very insecure young lady who didn't have a lot of friends when he met her. Shanann was a very insecure young lady who didn't have a lot of friends when I met her.
What do you guys think about that? Shanann was a very insecure young lady. I think it's odd, too. I think this guy was definitely profiting off a tragedy. And respectfully, he put a lot of more pain and hurt on the Ruseks by telling everybody they were, he painted Frank Rusek out to be a horrible father. He did. Flat out. Did. I think that's horrible. Weren't we all what? What did I miss? I forget what I even said. Weren't we all insecure? No. Sure, people have like their little, insecurities, but necessarily insecure? No. And especially to the point of talking to a teacher about it. Personally, not I. Although I can see. How long wheels? Thank you. That's what I was getting at. That's what I was going to get at. So because we saw this happy, cheerful, confident, secure woman that you see in these photos, everybody assumes. Are you being attacked in here, Miss Ben? I hope not. I think everybody assumes that because she was so happy and confident on camera, that like she was just, I don't know. I mean, I do notice the transition and the couple themselves, if I can get this
Matt
to go away.
She did not have a good self-image of herself, but she was brave enough to sign up for beginning.
I wish I could get this to go away.
Acting. There were about 40 students.
So you saw the transition from Shanann right after having the babies, but most importantly, Chris. Chris went through a dramatic look change, or, whatever you want to call it. Because it wasn't just weight loss.
9th grade theater class, the shy, teenaged Shanann soon had to prove herself. Matt said right away Shanann realized we were about ensemble. She was with a group.
I mean, they grew so much as a makeover, a glow up. What does my daughter call it? A glow, just what she calls it, a glow up. I had a glow. I'm like, okay, girl, do your thing. But they both had a glow up. And it's a shame because man, imagine if cards were dealt differently. He didn't need this, right? I went to school with. Hey, all, I hope it's doing well. I'm just now able to tune in. Been a crappy day this way. But oh, Amy, welcome. And I hope your day gets better. I hope you're doing well despite a crappy day. I'm having a glow down. You are as fine as wine, sir. You're not having a glow down. And you better not with a wife like that. Okay. So, carry on.
A group of people that were much more outgoing than she was, but she also realized that they cared about her. So I think she started to really thrive, he said.
It's always so eerie to me because, my God, that beautiful baby. But I couldn't see how much she looked like Shanann until these photos. I don't think I ever seen this photo. I don't think TCA's in here right now. Do you, Hannah? How horrible is that? We do. Isn't that crazy, Alicia? Man, it eats me up. You know what? Because Shanann has so many home videos, all the pictures, the open invitation on Facebook, you felt like you knew them. You think Cece looked like Chris? I think Cece looked like Shanann, and Bella looked just like Chris. I did see the baby pictures are just, yes. Mimi, no. You should never do that. You should have never did that. They were financially drowning.
Said, non-ironically. Shanann became close with other students like Colby Cruz and Claire Littlejohn, also in the same theater.
I would love to hear from Colby Cruz and I thought they sound like fake names, guys. Hold on.
Ironically, Shanann became close with other students like Colby Cruz and Claire Littlejohn, also in
Colby Cruz and Claire Littlejohn. I have an issue with people attacking Cindy in here. Who's attacking Cindy? Why? Where? I didn't see that. You guys be respectful of both set of parents, grandparents. They all took a loss. I didn't see that. I am very sympathetic to both. I looked her up once. Did you? So I think somebody in here knew, had a little bit of personal connection and a few passings with
in the
Shanann.
same theater class. Colby said we became friends all through.
Oh, what happened? What did I just do? Colby. I like the name, though, a lot.
Throughout high school, she was one of the sweetest girls you would ever encounter. She got involved with the
Looked like
acting and
Sandy.
also did some of the tech crew and stuff like that. The book says that Shanann.
You think it's excuses, Biddle's mom? Oh, okay, it was one comment. Okay. I thought there was like some hardcore dragging going on is all. It's mind-blowing how people make excuses for CW solely because they hate the Facebook version of SW. I don't know if I agree with that, Biddle's mom. Well, I guess, yeah. I guess in a way, because that's all we had, right? You should have gone to the game, Chris. Their hate as an excuse. I don't know. I respectfully disagree. Because what's there to hate that you disagree with how she did things? I think it's a little bit deeper than that. I think it's just a little bit deeper than that. I don't think when people state they didn't like Shanann or they point out bad things about her, I don't think it's excusing him. And if people are excusing him, that's absolutely horrific. But as for me, personally, it's not that, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I haven't looked for them, so I don't see them. I don't know. That happens in every case, really.
With improvisation and acting, but Matt soon realized that her real talent lay behind the scenes, organizing the props and stage.
Look at Cindy in the background creeping. So, she was abrasive. There's no excuse for what Chris did. Still talk shit about her for a hobby. It's their life. Wow. I can't believe there's that much. I couldn't imagine hating a victim that strongly. Like, hate. Hate. Who's going to buy? Right, you have to. She griped about the kids quite a bit, though, Poison Ivy. Don't shoot me, guys.
Stage scenery. Over the many hours they spent
Me
working
neither.
together on various productions, Shanann and her drama teacher became close. Claire said that Matt connected with Shanann on a mentor level.
Look at this. After school, Shanann was often in Francis's office opening up about her horrible home life. She told him that her parents were going through a bitter divorce, although they were never divorced and are still together. She didn't get a lot of attention from her dad that I know she wanted. That is so hard. Wow. I put some pretty bad shit on there, Amy. But no, it's called Fake Book. It should have just been named Fake Book. I think people have a very hard time seeing how Chris could do this. Instead, they focus on Shanann's independence and strength as a woman and say it's controlling and mean. She asked for it. Asked for it. Who the fuck could say that? Me too. SA, I'm right there with you. Thank you.
Whereas she was more of a friendly classmate. The perfect father goes on to say that after school, Shanann was often in Matt's office, opening up about her, quote, horrible home life. Shanann.
Now, why did this guy have to go and do this, right? Why did he have to go and write this book? Well, I think those people are jealous. This is where the ship goes off the plane route. We start arguing among. No. Everybody remain very kind. Excuse her, he didn't do it. I do think a lot of people don't think that he did it. They do. They do think that. That's the rabbit holes. There's people that think that Charles Manson is innocent, you know? But do your best to keep your emotions in control within this chat. Not everybody is going to agree or share the same perspective, and let's be respectful of that. Wait, the fact video? "15 minutes of fame, get on the money train, opportunist." Yeah, with the information from him, though. He gave all that information. Good, I hope so. Because, Biddles, you're passionate. If anything, I'd be scared to respond because of you. You are oozing with the passion, and I get it. I respect it. This case brings out the worst. We are holding strong, my friends. We are only aboard for a short period. We can get through these waves together. Oh, the fart video. Then I went and commented, okay, I'll be the immature one. I'll mark the date. I'll mark the time.
Anne told Matt that her parents were going through a bitter divorce, although they never were divorced and are still together after more than 40 years of marriage. Shanann told me
40 years of marriage. So why would he have to repeat that 20 years later? I'm in my lifeboat watching from afar. I like it too. Small town girl, and it's hard to find that without getting emotions all upset. Let me see. What? Gma, are you in here? I know nothing. Basically saying you just pretend you don't even know what's happening when it gets hot in a chat like that, you know? I think everyone is doing a good job speaking kindly or ignoring different views they don't agree with. Yes, I'm proud of everybody, actually. Can I still see Shanann differently than others because my husband has similar personality? to CW. My husband makes zero medical decisions when it comes to kids because he chooses to. I say. Yeah, I agree. No. Grab a life vest. Good luck. I say, so somebody on the outside looking in would think that you don't allow your husband to be involved, but that's not the case. Okay. I say, all aboard. Near the docks because people are insane. I have snackies. Join, you should have just gone to the game, Chris.
She didn't get a lot of attention from her dad that I know she wanted, recalled Matt. I think there was a lot of hurt and frustration in the divorce. I mean, it was pretty fresh.
So he says, I think there was a lot of hurt and frustration in the divorce. I mean, it was pretty fresh. They're not divorced. I don't know. I almost wonder, could the Ruzeks do anything about that? Yeah, I know, Hannah. Isn't that funny? Because how could anybody know that? How could absolutely anybody know what others knew or didn't know? That's so ridiculous.
And Colby admitted that Shanann also had problems at home to overcome and some challenges. She ran everything backstage when the Pinecrest players were working on the Little Shop of Horrors. Matt.
We are 3 and some months, sadly, into this case. And this is what comes out, you know? That's true. There you go. Had to be told what to do. He's very childish. Man never had many women in his life. Shanann took the lead. She has to. Sure as hell he couldn't. Mm. It's true.
Matt said she was a rock for me. She became a stage manager and a production person and was
sure
always
sucks.
there to help with the tech crew. But she'd also work amazingly with the actors.
So she didn't necessarily do the shows. She orchestrated them, which could have led to how she ended up being so great at the job she was great at, right? That's true, Mimi. I personally don't know, but I know that's true. Happy with the court case they were taking against certain channel. I think it's still going, Mama Rocks. It's going to take a little bit of time, though, with COVID and the difference
She
in
loved that role.
countries.
Shanann viewed her theater group as a safe haven. Matt said, we had so many stupid moments. I remember.
Look how sweet they are. Bella doing this with her eyes because it's bright. Cece over there covering her ears. Oh, these babies, man. When we all start to argue, that's what we have to remember. These babies. These babies. Say Chris put the girls in the world. That Amy behave. I won't even highlight that because that was so disgusting. I couldn't believe anybody would say that. Spineless, yeah. My gosh.
Remember laughing a lot with them in the middle of chaos. Shanann often worked late painting the sets. She made regular runs to Backyard Burgers to feed her.
I'm going to say this. Nene Leaks from Real Housewives. My husband's take care of our business, and he has no desire to make choice for anything else. So I do, and it's worked for us 30 years. Every marriage is different personalities, different dynamics. Yes. Yes, 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 Army Strong. What the hell was I about to say? Oh. There's a current chat. Bye. You should have gone to the game, Chris. Thanks for stopping by. There was another creator. Hey, bud. Are you coming down here? Or are you just spying from up there? There's another creator who's became very obsessive with this case. And some of you may like him, some of you may not. I'm going to be respectful with what I say. But I remember one time I was in there and they were passionately saying, why hasn't anybody came forward? Why hasn't anybody that's had any type of real relationship with Shanann came forward? And I wrote in the chat, well, probably because this was a real life tragedy for them. This isn't, and I put in quotations, entertainment or I basically was saying because this is their real life. No, I wouldn't come for it. I wouldn't. Because this is their real life. I was yelled at. I was timed out. I was told that it was stated, mods, handle her. And it was like, whoa. All because I said that this is their real life tragedy. They're grieving a loss. What do you want them to come out and feed you nosy shits? Feed you nosy people that tear people apart? Why would they come out? Give me 1 second, guys. All right, sorry, guys. I had to talk to Jace. Ooh, you found an ice cream cone. Right, that's what I mean. That public circus. Respect for her family. Thank you. That's all I was trying to say. Oh, shut up, Jake. Did I say, Maz, handle him? No. Yes. Australian. I never went back in that chat. Never went back. After yelling at me, berating me, telling me how this isn't entertainment for me. No? Because you're still going a year later very strong in it. Seems like it's entertainment and quite frankly obsessive at this point. That is 100% facts. People on YouTube feel entitled to know everyone else's personal business. So fucking true.
Her crew and everyone would sit around and eat. Shanann viewed Matt as her confidant. He was more than just a regular teacher. She just trusted me, Matt explained, and could tell that I really did care. She didn't trust the guidance counselors, so I just listened.
He covered himself a little bit there. She didn't trust the guidance counselors, I don't know. I feel like there's something weird there. It's almost as if this entire family wasn't real. The way people portray them and talk about their every move and mannerism, never about tragedy itself. That's true. Yeah, Alicia. Hope for peace. Good to see you. He's a nasty person, very rude, disrespectful to everyone, especially her family. Did he turn disrespectful to her family? He jumped on the money train, opinionated. I never went back, so I don't know.
Listened a lot. In 2002,
look at the baby.
Pinecrest Players won a state award for an original play called Maximum Capacity. Soon afterwards, Matt Francis, Shanann's beloved.
Okay, so 18. So for 4 years. So that 4 years of a close bond like that, maybe, maybe it was warranted. Maybe he does feel that passionately.
Beloved teacher left Pinecrest High School to get married. At that point, 18-year-old Shanann wrote him a heartfelt letter saying she would never forget him. You have been like a father figure to me, Shanann told him.
Why does this keep happening?
Even more than my own father, according to...
Oh, I pushed the wrong thing. That is such a slap in the face.
To the author of
even more than my own father. You were like a father figure to me, even more than my own father. You have to come out after her untimely departure from this world and throw that. Very bad. Well, man. See you too. Implicate them in murders. He literally said Netflix gave them purses and gifts, and now they are covering for NK. What? I heard there was also another rumor that went around. Oh my god, I hate this chair. That was a very cruel thing to say. Yeah. Yeah, if true. But why now tell her parents about that? That is absolutely horrific. It's hard to look back on videos from him giving piggybacks, watching. I think that's why it's hard for a lot of people to see this as true. I know teens and have parent issues. That's nothing new. I agree with you. But if my child were to pass away and 20 years later a teacher comes out and writes publicly that my daughter said these things, I don't know. It would hurt. It would hurt. More of a mom than, you're more like a mom than I am. I don't know. It was still just a little, give me a wrench. I have to throw my weight around.
Perfect father.
Who you going after,
Shanann was
Molson?
spending so much time in Matt's office pouring out her problems at home that the principal of the school intervened and attempted to send her to a more qualified guidance counselor. But,
well, I'm glad that the school tried to intervene. I wonder if they were aware, the parents.
Obviously, Shanann's connection to Matt was deep, and it's one that he remembered 20 years later. And obviously, the things that Matt taught Shanann resonated throughout Shanann.
So now he's also going, I don't know. Whatever.
Shanann's videos, we could see how good she was with set design and with staging actors as players in a play. However, this new documentary examines how social media has an impact.
The baby. How social media, you know what? I feel like social media has a great impact on relationships. Yeah, I was surprised to see that turn happen, Laura. I've heard about that. Drugs were involved with CW. Usually when a mom and a daughter don't get along, it's because they're just alike. Yeah. As long as he was getting his narcissistic supply, he was given this screen, the middle finger, said it was for the family, said F you and F off to them. No. Yeah, I hear you. But they do. They deny it.
Upon what is posted and just how diametrically opposed that can.
You know what? Can we put some hearts? People often forget there was two beautiful, lively, friendly, sweet, growing, silly, entertaining. Dave did that. I know he was dragging them for saying that he didn't have permission to use that. I know that the last I heard, Mrs. Rushek said, you don't have permission to use my daughter's photos. They're my property. And he made it into her saying that Shanann and the girls were her property. That is not what she was saying. Thank you. I think oftentimes we forget at the end of the day, this is somebody's babies. Their only daughter. Their first unborn grandchild. They're two beautiful, beautiful granddaughters. On both sides. On both sides. Yes, Nico as well.
Can be to reality. In the end, Matt called Chris Watts a narcissist. The way he disposed of his family says a lot about him. He didn't have to do the things he did. Matt said that Chris taking the first...
I cannot stay still. I vacuumed kitchen, entryways, mopped them, vacuumed downstairs, now moving upstairs. All right, some of you aren't going to like what I say here. And that's all right. That's all right. I'm going to try to say it again as respectful as I can. Does anybody feel like this text was a photo op, was a advertisement tool? I'll rein into passion. We often forget that behind these crimes that we tear apart or we dissect or we, give our 2 cents on, there's real people that are affected in real life by it, right? That is so true. He believes it. Well, who's he to believe that? Don't make me start calling you out for your nastiness, because I will. For Thrive, yeah, you do. Yeah, me too. So you do not have experience in relationships. I agree. And he got a taste of, freedom. No children, the bachelor lifestyle, no responsibilities. I hope that they sue him. Yeah, for some reason, me personally, I feel like this was a marketing thing. I feel like maybe she even sent it. I don't know why.
Plea deal that he received just showed you a lot about himself. Not going to trial, not initially telling the truth about everything.
Why? Was it DFT? I'll get wild on yous. I will. Yeah, and listen, she was rocking it. She was killing that business. She was killing it. SW was the queen of LM. She was a part of so many different products. Yeah. And she did it so well. It was her niche. It was what she was good at. People are grieving. We need to put ourselves in their shoes and be kind. I agree.
Watts did. And to do that to your own children. The snippets they play show Chris Watts claiming to repeat some of Shanann's last words, where Shanann said, allegedly, I knew there was some...
Whew. I forgot. I didn't forget. I'm reminded why I stayed out of this case. Why I backed out of this case. Oh, the patch. Yes, it is the DFT. I get it.
Somebody else. I knew there was somebody else. With Watts claiming he ultimately never confessed about Nikki to Shanann. They do show snippets of Shanann's...
What a bitch. What a bitch. You couldn't even confess? You couldn't even give her that much? Nuh-uh. Are you kidding me, Poison Ivy? Wow. Holy shit. Perber's birthday cake and they were good. Peppermint shake mix, though. Ooh. It's too expensive for me. I couldn't even, nope. Couldn't even. Okay. So, exposed to them that way because he thought oil was nothing. Oil. The job that he worked in, he didn't know what, come on. He didn't want animals to get to them. I can't. The recent one? Don't make me do that. Wow, Mimi. Just post their patches on their arms or whatever to promote their product. Yeah, I do. I feel like that was her promotion, but.
Last post, traveling to Denver International Airport from Phoenix. Psychopaths turn...
Hey, maybe if you didn't think it was a promotion, it's because she was that good at it. You know what I mean? For over a year, you love it. Yeah. A lot of people do love it. I don't like mint anything except for toothpaste and gum. I don't doubt it belonged to Chris. I thought it was a rude accusation. I lost interest in his channel after that. Ooh, I must have missed your other Camat. I was reading your name, Cat Lady, so I can remember it to look for the comment, and I put cat and comment together and say Camat. I missed your other Camat. I did miss your other comment, though, because I don't know what you're saying here, but okay. Do the thing.
To antisocial solutions to solve their problems. Noted.
So this is the author, this, psychotherapist. My Daddy is a Hero. This is who wrote that book, for those unaware. So she's in here, though. It is too expensive for me. Yeah, a lot of people are anti. A lot of people are,
Noted author Lena Durhally, who compared the way Shanann attempted International Airport from Phoenix, psychopaths turn to antisocial solutions to solve their problems. International Airport from Phoenix, psychopaths
turn to
antisocial solutions to solve their problems. Noted author.
Sociopaths turn to antisocial. Okay, so Christy, are you in here? Oh, yes, you are, my friend. Are the books any good? Has anyone read them? Do I say it funny? Still cleaning up glitter? I probably do. You can get free downloads of the books off of some of the Facebook pages. Daddy Was My Hero is really interesting. Bella, I know. Within a few days, Robbie? My audio? What's wrong?
Lena Durhally, who compared the way Shanann attempted to fix their marriage through healthy ways, such as counseling, that Chris Watts refused. They spoke about the 5-week period that Shanann
Oh, that sweet baby on the beach for the first time.
and the girls spent.
Oh, how can you spend the first week? I mean, not the first week. I'm sorry. Your baby's first time on the beach. My Daddy's a Hero is a good book. All right. I'm not recommending a book. I'm just saying that if you're going to give credence to the idea, then read hers too. I've read Lena's book while listening to it on audio. Each book, yeah, the story ends the same in all of them. It does. They're all pretty good for the most part. She had a wild child soul.
Away from Chris, and how his affair with Nikki got even deeper during that time.
If I can remember when that was, I'll let you know. But it wasn't anything that we was going on a date. It wasn't it was nothing. I think it was just a quick trip to go somewhere. It was like, hey, I'll drive. Okay.
Gosh, pause, because I hate her voice and she aggravates me. I don't like NK. I don't like NK. I don't think she should have gotten all the hate she's gotten, but I don't like her. Then again, look at all the hate Shanann's gotten, right? She was a free, wild soul, man. And Kay refused to say Shanann's name. She just refused. She didn't take any of this seriously. She showed no compassion. I should have put if she's a narcissist. I don't know. Right there. Have you guys gone on any vacations together or anything? Yep. She just said that with such fucking serious. Oh, I can't.
That's actually going to be another question. Have you guys ever gone on vacation together?
Nope. We went to the sand dunes. It was pretty recent.
She says it like, yep. Yep, I went on a vacation with him. Yep. Like, dude, fuck you. There is a mother and 2 toddlers missing. But I think at this point they were already discovered. I tried to read it. I couldn't get into that one. Eccentric.
How'd that go? And how long the trip was that?
We went for like a day. We left Saturday.
Why does she have to think about that so hard? We went for a day. I know, because Robbie, you know, I'm with you there. I'm with you. Part of me feels like she shouldn't have gotten as much hate as she's gotten, but fuck, they all did, right? But she makes herself hateful. Because re-listening to this reminds me of why I didn't like her. I didn't like the way people blamed her. But I don't like the way she undermines everything. Yeah. No one at the house could let you think he was telling the truth, but I think she stalked and knew he was lying, but didn't say anything. Okay.
We stayed one night out there.
Do you think that did anybody know that you guys were going on that trip together?
They stayed one day out there in a very deep and personal way. I believe she can read through White Out. Shut up. Laura, I was going to get to that. How many of you believe that spirits were involved? Like maybe demonic spirits? Anybody? Put a 1 in chat if you thought about that possibility. That's fair, Allison. That's fair. Yeah, she wanted first with everything. No, 1, 1, 2. I believe drugs were involved. 1. Demons is red herring. I don't think she participated in the murders. Me neither. No. 1. Nope. 1. Nope. No. Okay. 2. No. We got a good mixture of yeses and nos. Not one bit. No spirits involved. No. Okay. Chris being the demon. Yeah. Okay.
I think a lot of people knew, but they didn't know who it was with.
So on your side or on his?
No, nobody on my side. I mean, people knew it was on the sand dunes, but.
So, how is she going to assume that people on his side knew? They turned there. He got that demonic look in his eyes. I saw that. The way she said that was like some people knew, but not with who. And he's like, your side or his side? She goes, nobody on my side. Well, I mean, people knew I was going. So how are you going to assume that they knew? I see you creeping.
But my friend's same question. I'm going to the sand dunes. And then,
Nate's mom discussed how unimaginably crazy things got after Shanann and the girls' missing.
I got the vibes throughout this that Plunder doesn't care much for Nate or Nate's mom. I enjoy conspiracy theories, but ones in this case don't even make sense. You want NK, you get off the hook, you get a lawyer, never talk. We would know nothing about her. Nope, he just wanted a new life with NK, new family. I don't think Chris was possessed, but I think there were dark forces there, just like with all other murders. Yeah, me too.
Story went viral. One detective spoke of watching a person and knowing they're lying when you don't see snot. That's the way he put it. He spoke of...
Well, that's true. Because when somebody is heavily upset, when something is truly bothering them, you get the runny nose, you get the tears, not the Natasha Cooper tears. You get the real tears, right? The dark force was NK. Yeah, okay.
Parents of missing children who
I liked hearing from this guy. I love this stairway.
are innocent oftentimes will have swollen eyes from crying so much. They will just have snot dripping. They won't be able to control their emotions.
I would imagine. Yeah, you might have dark eyes, but his turn dark. Let's casually talk for hours on interview room. What would you be doing? Screaming to find your kids, begging to find them.
Unlike Chris Watts, who tried to be calm, cool, and collected. Once Chris finally confessed to his horrible deeds, that's when everyone realized, okay, Shanann and the children are not coming back.
You know why I think this case was so heavy? Because they look so normal. You could envy them. You could literally envy their family life. 2 beautiful girls, a handsome father, a beautiful mother, young, thriving, literally in every sense. Picture perfect home. This is why it's a good note, and I try to teach this to my daughter now, that there is so much fakeness on social media. There are so many personas, social media personas. Things aren't always how they look. There are so many propped up scenes. Everybody's the perfect wife, the perfect mother, the perfect husband, the perfect father. It's just hard. Well, you know what? Here's my thing. Do you think Chris knew that he would do this to Shanann? You think he ever thought he would do this? They could literally be your partners. Where'd I see that, Mitchie? They could literally be you. You know what I mean? That's what's so scary. Side note, doesn't Kristen... No, Kristen Stewart's prettier.
There was a huge flush of sadness once Chris admitted what he did.
Well, Kristen Stewart without makeup. Yes, actually. Okay. The shirt. I'm a proud dad of 2 awesome daughters who love their father. Is that what it says? Probably.
Retired FBI profilers, authors, psychologists give their viewpoints throughout the entire documentary. Mark Safarik speaks about Chris Watts confessing to his dad, Ronnie Watts,
Look at
first, as if
I think the way that the Watts were treated. Listen. Yes, please, Irvin. Okay. I think one of the reasons that I know why people hated on the Watts. I do. I was always sympathetic. You can't tell me they didn't love those babies. You're blocked. Oh. Oh. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Let me do this, and then I'm going to check that. Just look at this photo for a moment and... Sorry, I just want to. I received an email from a subscriber, and I want to make sure I have them here. Sound of silence. Hey, who blocked Bloom and Heather? That must have been a mistake. Okay, so, oh, there it is. Okay. Yay! I got your email. Thank you for that. Now let me see this one. Okay. I still have the Discovery, like, as a window open on my phone. All right. This better be a bombsheller. Let me play this for a second.
Testing out his dad to think if his dad buys his lying confession trying to blame Shanann for doing away with the girls, maybe everyone would buy it. But it didn't turn out that way.
Do you think that's what Chris was thinking? Like, hey, if my dad believes it, everybody will believe it? You still have it too, Delaney? Isn't that crazy? Okay, it was a mistake. I wish I would have known. She hasn't even been online because she's not feeling well. I have to message her and tell her I'm sorry.
Vonda Knox, mom to Nate, the nosy neighbor, and author of Beyond Tragedy,
Judge him, I just wanted to know what was
knew
going
that
on.
it wasn't possible for Shanann to harm her.
Wait. Is this something? Is what I was led to believe. Think of that story until Tammy fed him. Chris was ashamed what he did. He never admitted all of his dad that day. Oh, Irvin. I don't know if I ever believed this person, though.
Her own kids. And again, the same snippets of Nicole Kessinger's interview, especially the one when she first came forward.
And it's really concerning me that this woman and her children cannot be located because they were so little. This woman. How about it's really concerning to me that Shanann and the children, or that, her and the babies. What the hell is she saying really concerning that this woman and her children cannot be located? Come on.
Forward are played throughout the documentary.
And he just kept telling me it wasn't his. And he's like, "You mad?" I was like, "No, I'm not mad at all. I just..."
Remember she claimed she didn't know that she was pregnant, that Shanann was pregnant? So how'd you have this argument with them?
Like, really surprised, and I was just like, "Please tell me the truth. Like, don't lie to me. Please don't lie to me." Like, this whole relationship, in a sense, if you think about it, it's kind of like, it needs to be as honest as possible. So,
because she was almost going to say there, this whole relationship is a lie. You're married, you're having a baby, Instead, she says it just needs to be as honest as possible. Because this whole relationship, it just needs to be as honest as possible. Because you knew it was built on a lie. Because you knew he was married. You knew he had a baby on the way.
yeah, I asked him to tell me the truth, and he kept denying it a few times, and I was just like, "This, like, I know this child is yours," and I'm like, well, because he kept saying he was just like, "I don't want to ruin anything you have, this and this," and I'm like, "Chris, like, you need to not worry about me right now." Like, which,
Yeah, because she was that calm, cool, collected woman that was like, yeah, don't worry about me. Just worry about your family. Like, you have a beautiful family. Just worry about them. No way. No. Right. Yes. Be honest to me, but keep lying to your wife. Perfect, Brandy. Perfect. This chair is fucking up my back. Yeah? That nobody can remember.
What you need to worry about is your family. I'm like, all four of them. And I kept saying that, like, all four of them. I'm just like,
All four of them. Like, I'm just like throwing in his face that he's having a baby. All four of them. Shut up. You can't tell me listening to this again, Robbie, doesn't make you feel some type of way. Because I'm all about defending her rights and not blaming her. But to a point, yeah, I got problems. There's some things that, because his biggest concerns at that moment was hearing how disappointed Nicole was to find out that he was going to have a child and it was going to be his first son.
just like, I know that's your child. I'm like, that's okay. I'm like, you need to put all of your energy right now and focusing on finding them and not anywhere else.
So I kept saying to him, all four of them. All four of them. But you need to like put all your attention on like finding them and nothing else. Oh, bullshit. Bullshit.
Alright, so that's where we left off. But yeah, so what?
Wait a minute.
Put all of your energy right now and focusing on finding them and not anywhere else. Alright, so that's where we left off.
But I don't believe for 1 minute that is what you said. I say the same thing, Jake. It is just so aggravating that it didn't happen. Why the fuck not? Oh.
But yeah, so what?
And that was in the middle of July.
Yeah, I think it was like the second. I think it was the second weekend of July. I'm almost
Was
Your first time at your secret lover's house. You, believe me, remember that. There's no way she wouldn't remember that. No way. You think so? Shalina, who?
was the relationship ended by that time? Yes. Okay. And then as far as his work truck goes, were you ever in his
just know which one it is, but I've never been in it.
I don't know which one it is, but I've never been in it. How can you say that? How can you say that? Just a lot of things she said were so contradicting that I'm surprised the police didn't really like hone in on it. She really didn't want him? Oh, that's an interesting way to look at it. Honey, I'm home. She did Google them. 2017. There's been a lot of controversy on that.
Then I think I asked you this, but the white vehicle. I know he drove that. So were you ever in the white vehicle? One time.
She probably went like this and put her finger up. One. You're only in the car once. Okay, so when we find your DNA in there, okay.
Tell me about that.
I'm trying to figure out where we went. I think it was like something quick. We take my truck everywhere. It was a while ago. I don't remember.
It was a while ago. You've only dated for 6 weeks. How could you not remember the first time you were in another woman's car? Oh, I can't stand that they just allowed her to play this stupid card the entire time.
Like, I think it was something
Remember people were saying that she had a bald spot? She's always had it.
quick. Like, I think he had to, like, run an errand or something at, like, the grocery store. He just, like, his vehicle. Did he, other than...
It wasn't his vehicle. It was Shanann's. Me, yes, I do. Yeah, I do think maybe they known each other longer. First it was she never went, then it was once, then it was twice. Yep.
Than that, like, ever. I was always in my Like, you already have the house and the car and the kids and the marriage and the wife. And I'm like, are you sure you don't want to fix that? I'm like,
Oh, I'm sure you were like, are you sure you don't want to fix that? I'm sure. Meanwhile, you spent every waking hour on the phone with him when he was on vacation. Come on. Just
what if
own
you,
it.
try to start over with somebody else? And like, what if hypothetically, like, we didn't work out, or you know what I'm saying? But
Meanwhile, she's Googling wedding dresses and telling him to pawn the ring. I can say that because I'm balding. 6 weeks. I do wish Dieter could talk.
just any of that, where it's like, you should at least give her the benefit of the doubt. You know?
Give her the benefit of the doubt. You're the one having the affair, but give her the benefit of the doubt. Oh, my golly.
Told me, like, I tried to talk to her about all this stuff a few times, and it's just not working out. And I'm like, all right, you know, I mean, if you're trying to separate from her and it's pretty finalized, then I will respect.
Do you guys recall her saying she never knew he was married? I understand. You got to take some time. I understand. She said she never knew he was married. Do we forget that? No, we don't, Nikki.
But I mean, just being in that house made me feel like he should just try to fix it. Like, I actually, like, kind of stepped away from him for a little while and just.
So you tormented him. You were like, no, because you still live with your wife. No, don't call me. Don't contact me until you're done with your wife. And look what happened, Nicole. Are you happy? Oh, I came in here pro-NK, but I'm leaving anti-NK because I forget all this. Poor Dieter.
Maybe, I don't know. I felt like I wasn't sure if I wanted to, like, carry on because I really with him, because I really wanted him to try to fix stuff, and then, you know, he just kind of like.
She couldn't even say that with a straight face. She straight up lied. Because I really wanted him to fix stuff. No, you didn't.
There's no fixing that.
Claims that Nicole had no idea Shanann was pregnant and she had to.
August 15th, 2 days after Shanann Watts and her little girl's disappearance. One thing I did want to let you guys know is that I found out that she is 15 weeks pregnant.
To find this out throughout the media. Never mind how outlandish and unlikely that claim might be. They call Nicole a 29-year-old geologist. We know she turned 30 by that.
So they knew she lied about that, but they took her at face value for everything else. You know, just breaking your phone chip and getting rid of the phone and the conversations, and you don't remember anything. And that's what I mean when I say she is conditional on who she's around. I agree, X amount of words. I agree, Mimi. I do think normal people like us, we do think that I can't say she thought that he would murder them.
That point in July of 2018. So soon, Nicole, wherever she is and whatever her new name is, will celebrate her 34th birthday in July.
I know you guys aren't going to like me hearing this, but I do think that they were very highly infatuated. I do think that I don't know, it just sucks.
July of 2022. Matt reflected on how toxic Shanann's marriage must have been behind the scenes.
I think she was just stalking to see if he was spending the day with Shanann. That's what I think.
He also reflected on how a potential divorce may have hurt Shanann.
Oh my God, what these sweet baby girls went through. Oh, this is why I left the island.
Shanann's brand with Thrive. Matt thought that Shanann may have looked at divorce as a failure. In my mind, Shanann could have parlayed it into success, but Chris didn't give his family the chance to move.
I think Shanann would have actually smashed it out here. You don't think so? I kind of do. I kind of do. Good sex and new sex. And only his, you know what? He's never really dated women.
Move on from him. Shanann was willing to do anything to save their marriage.
I also think that Chris knew that. And it was one of those things. I don't want you. Yeah, she already did. She already did have a divorce. But I think it was one of those things like, if I don't want you, nobody can have you. I don't want you, but nobody else can have you.
New documentary is balanced without devolving into victim blaming. They show the dreaded Santa video where Shanann calls Chris a genius who doesn't listen. Ultimately,
yeah, but you know what? She called him a genius who doesn't listen. And she did say, it's hard when there's only one of you. Because she was the only parent at that point. Yeah, it is hard, Shanann. It is hard. Yeah, she was never truly a witness. She wouldn't have fell under the guidelines for it.
Ultimately, they place the blame squarely where it belongs, at the feet and mind of a man who chose death over divorce because he was so worried about his image. I think Chris Watts
I think he did care a lot about his image.
Wanted the sympathy and money and everything he thought would come with being a widower whose family had mysteriously disappeared one hot August day. Instead, he ended up with multiple
Look at like the trips they took. I mean, how sad. You had it made, Chris. You had. I'm sure he was lucky, Lucy. Yeah.
life sentences served in a drafty former mental facility in Frigid, Wisconsin. It might be a mystery we will never know, but the documentary did a good
Not it might, it will be. It will always be a mystery we'll likely never know.
Job of presenting the tragic timeline that many of us know by heart, interspersed with opinions from authors, an FBI profiler.
I did like the profiler's take. It was interesting to have like new insight on it. And again, the idea, she did change her name legally, but not with the witness protection.
Counselors and others who offer a new look into the tragedy that will go down in history books as one of the most heinous family annihilations of all time.
Definitely is going down in history books. Yes, he was. To please her? To like shut her up? I don't know. NK wanted Shanann's life.
Interestingly, Matt said he thought there were certain things that Shanann would put up with because she had a lack of self-worth that she held on to.
Well, it's really hard to compare a grown married woman who's gone through 2 marriages and has had children and all to the teenage side of her. I mean, come on. Yeah, Angie, that's true. Oh.
They touched a little bit on the Nutgate incident that was like the straw that broke the camel's back towards the end of the tragedy. They showed Shanann's Facebook posts venting about,
Which is so sad too, because that was used against her. Yeah, in the minivan, that was horrific.
Cece being severely anaphylactic to most all tree nuts. She spoke about the brouhaha between Shanann and Chris's mom. They showed scenes of Chris Watts flying.
Read how fake this sounds. I can hug you. Come here, little girls.
Out to meet his girls and Shanann in North Carolina after being away from them for 5 weeks, and how troubling and haunting and surprising it was that Chris was so distant from Shanann. They spoke.
It's not surprising. It's tragic. We know why he was so distant, but it's just tragic. Can't we admit that both parents were lacking something in their marriage? Oh, yeah. Now use her middle name with the new last name. It would have been a hard hit on her business, though, that's for sure.
Spoke about Shanann wanting to get video footage of Chris greeting the girls and how she did need the content available. But in my
Oh, baby Bella. You feel like you know these people, you know?
opinion, they didn't delve into why that oftentimes these multi-level marketing companies encourage you to videotape your whole family, making everything seem so perfect and so prosperous that everyone will want to join the company you sell products.
That is what makes these people good at what they do. Yeah, it's true. Since the OJ case, yeah. You know Susan Smith's up for parole in 2 years? Crazy shit, right?
Products for. Lately, the anti-MLM movement has a huge following. There's a lot of backlash against these MLM companies. Companies like LuLaRoe and so many.
This lady, this little row, whatever lady, looks like she is tripping. Like, what? You say my leggings aren't buttery soft? What? I never got into the LuLaRoe. But that is how this woman's looking like. You want me to keep all this inventory? What? That picture cracked me up.
They focused a lot on Shanann's praise of Chris on Facebook. Matt companies like LuLaRoe and so
even this guy's looking at her like, whoa, darling.
So many more.
We got to lighten the mood up a little bit, guys. Laugh a little.
Chris on Facebook. Matt believed that Shanann was using Facebook a lot as her.
This Matt put a lot on him for being just like the drama teacher from 20 years ago. She looks like she's related to NC. I just needed to lighten up the room. Oh, I'm sure, Angie, yeah.
Her outlet. Since things weren't necessarily going perfect at home, social media became an outlet for her. Again, I think a lot of the documentary missed just how crucial the MLM.
So, this guy, Matt, again, was the drama teacher from 15, 20 years ago. He puts a lot on her. But this right here, that was a good documentation of, this is the photo we all saw. You would think the girls were having so much fun. They got to meet Santa. But the truth is, they didn't want the photo. This was what it was really like. They were terrified. They didn't want the photo.
Documentary.
That right there is a good documentation of how social media is.
Just how crucial the MLM aspect of everything was. But also they said things like once Shanann got to North Carolina, she posted even more, which
it did, yeah. Leggings and Carly's hair, some leggings are not like the other pairs regarding quality. Really? Yeah, drama llama ding dong. Shut up.
Which isn't necessarily true. If anything, her postings reduced in August of 2018 because there was so much trouble in her marriage coming to a head.
Look at Bella's hair here. You sweet girl. The big doggy eating a watermelon, just having so much fun visiting her family. Oh, I'm so glad they went and visited family. I'm so glad. Yeah, you can tell. You could definitely tell. Kids are kids, man.
They even had Watts' social media followers like Jessica Shelton weighing in. They're going to have a podcaster on here. It was really good to get a perspective from so many different types of people. They showed that famous posting that Chris is living the bachelor life, ate T-bones for dinner the last 3 nights and bought shrimp and goodies. He's sleeping in and working out, when we know in actuality he was preparing for all these nights spent at Nicole Kessinger's place, leaving Dieter the dog back on Saratoga Trail alone with Jesus, and getting ready to go on sand surfing trips with Nicole Kessinger.
How sad. Living, the bachelor life and blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, he's not working out and napping and relaxing. He's, ugh.
Photos like this. Thriver problems. Chris has nothing to wear because he lost so much weight. He went from a 38 to a 32 in pants and shorts, to XL shirt to a medium. He needs a new summer wardrobe. Happy early birthday, babe. Now the photo they have attached there showing Chris Watts' waist, we know that's from Weld County after he was arrested, with that dead look in his eyes. And it wasn't the original.
See, she touched on the looks too. No, but you know what? Here, I seen you make a really. What was the comment you made over in another chat? Because I heard it was pretty horrific. You haven't even commented in this stream this entire time. I barely highlighted comments. Don't tell me I'm doing favoritism. You trolled my room, went to another room and trolled it, but you also left homophobic slurs. So, Maz, can you do me a favor and kick positive vibes out? Nothing positive about you. Racist and homophobic slurs.
Photo attached to this May 8th, 2018 Facebook post, which just showed the clothes that Shanann had purchased for Chris.
So that's what was really there. It wasn't the that picture. So let me see this. What this case can tell us is nails and SM social media are not what are important. Love your kids. My ex, I get it, loathed, but my kids always come here to my little home because I am their safe place. Yay. I'm happy for you. Read my comment. Not so positive. He seemed to look differently, especially his eyes. Yes, Mimi, that's what I was saying. His eyes got this darkness to them. It was eerie.
So it's a little bit of dramatic license to tell the story in this documentary. It was interesting when Matt weighed in on the famous pregnancy announcement video. Matt said, I think there's signs that there's a lot of frustration in that video with Chris against Shanann and the situation. If you look at his mannerisms closely, Shanann was so excited to share that news with Chris that she was pregnant, but Matt saw something deeper, and he noticed how Chris had a hard time reacting, the way perhaps
that photo was a little weird. Pure hurt. Yeah. I think he might have put all his weight back on now and then some, perhaps. Or he's starving.
Perhaps that Shanann wanted him to react.
And working out more.
Show a little bit of mystery, the dogs coming, the investigations. From Vonda's perspective, she did not.
I'm glad they showed photos of the Ronnie Watts and Cindy Watts with the kids. I'm glad they did that.
Right next door at that point. So she spoke of it being bombarded with police drones and the canine, but I don't think she was actually there.
No, Alicia, and that's why I got off the island, because I couldn't handle it. I don't believe this Matt dude at all. Me neither. There was no light behind his eyes. I was obsessed with this for months. Me too. Me too.
I think it was just her son living in that house with his family, his immediate family at that point. But she spoke about after the point where Chris watched himself in the driveway in Nate's house on the footage. It looked like Chris bolted for the door to get out of there. Chris thought he was caught at that point, but he wasn't. But he wasn't in his comfort zone. Vonda
he was very uncomfortable during that. But I guess why not? Why? I mean, of course he was, right? Of course he was. Who wouldn't be? We are almost through it. I got to put the kids to bed.
That Chris was very uncomfortable watching that footage. And of course, we now know he was so uncomfortable because he thought everyone could see him taking his family out.
Wasn't it eerie to watch the American Horror Story commercial come on? Oh, yeah. Look, Drama Llama Ding Dong came in. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, he was, yeah.
Out of the house at that point. They did speak about Shanann making her living posting almost nonstop online. There was a lawyer and host of the Suit Up podcast giving his opinion. Vonda spoke about how many people were concerned. Matt echoed similar.
Matt just comes in useless, you know? No, he wasn't. She was not. YouTube who kept going on and on. Yeah, because, right, respect for the family. I was obsessed, but I got to the point where I was like, we're not reaching anything. I went on these different rabbit holes. It got to the point where I'm talking to my family about the Chris Watts case, and they don't even give a shit. I'm like, nobody. Oh, okay. It was obsessive. Yeah, it was, and we'll never get the answers that we want.
Similar sentiments that Shanann gave for selling Thrive, not only to help people improve their lives and lose weight and the like, but also just to help people. They spoke of Shanann's large online presence. Vonda spoke about Shanann and Chris Watts being outside, pulling their little girls in the wagon out front.
Because our porches are so close. Vonda didn't even live there. I feel like she just, I don't know, profited off of it too.
She said our porches are so close. I'm not sure exactly when she moved in there. Her son lived in that house next door previous.
Doesn't Plunder sound like she has a little bit of an issue with Jake? I've missed you. I've known you haven't been around. I was wondering if everything was okay. I was actually going to email you. So I wasn't the only one obsessed? Okay. So yeah, Plunder sounds like she has a bit of an attitude towards Nate and his mother. I thought I was picking that up.
I'm not sure if he's still there, but it was so cute when Vonda said the girls were like, "Hi, lady. Hi, lady." I guess that's how they would greet her. They also had a psychotherapist and author of Mommy Burnout giving her opinions, along with a clinical
Mommy Burnout and then a clinical psychologist. Okay.
psychologist. And there was Lena Durhally, the author of My Daddy is a Hero. And they also had Heather Ashley, the host of Big Mad True Crime Podcast.
I never heard of this podcast, but I'll have to look into it.
There were many different perspectives. That's one of the things I loved about the documentary too. Wanda called the girls the happiest little things. She saw the many.
Look at these pictures. I mean, they are just so delightful, and the ultrasound and oh, I'm nosy as shit. I know what you're saying, right? Okay, I know what you're saying. But I feel like enough for her to go ahead and write a book. I don't know. I get that, Alicia. I understand what you're saying. Like, are you accepting that? Because I love horror and thriller and true crime, and I always think that too.
Many times in the backyard, and that's why everyone was just in shock when the story unfolded. I got the phone call that said my neighbors are missing. I'm not exactly sure who called her. Nicole Atkinson.
She said, I'm not exactly sure who called her. She has a lot of built-up animosity towards Nate and his mother. I'm friends with all of my neighbors. Like, behind me, next to me, a couple of houses down, we're all cool.
Heartbreaking first interview where she said, "Shanann, please let somebody know you're okay." And the way she started crying and the way her daughter reached out and tried to rub her mom's tears away was so cute. Vonda noted that it wasn't a high crime area. It was very safe, and that's why this tragedy was so weird to begin with. There was also the host of News Talk 710 KNUS weighing in. Overall,
I wonder how they decided who got to weigh in here, you know? Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm sure Nate called her too. Like, hey, Mom.
A pretty well done documentary. By the end of the documentary, when they revealed Watts' Wisconsin confession, especially the most horrible parts, where Chris Watts talks about Cece and Bella, I had to keep reminding myself that they are in heaven now and feeling no pain, only joy. Suburban Nightmare was
Amen to that. Sweet babies.
pretty well-told story about, quote-unquote, the perfect, happy American family and a carefully curated image that was shattered. Indeed, documentaries like this will probably continue over the years as people continue to never forget the Chris Watts tragedy and still try and answer that unanswerable question, why? Philippians 2:14.
So what do you guys think? You guys going to check it out, or did that sum it up for you? I don't know. Simply, when you think of it, he had it planned. You think he planned it out? Oh, it's just so horrific. Prayers for them babies. Prayers for Shanann. I couldn't imagine. Oh, did you see them earlier, Mimi? It's my douchebag. I saw you have friends in our neighborhood. You don't want me to be close with anyone. Oh, that could come to my rescue. I'm so sorry. I get that. Yeah, and you know, my neighbors across the street, they're a couple with a young boy. And I see them out in the yard playing and we say hi, but I'm not close to them, you know. I want to see that too, the Wandering Sub. Thank you, Lulu. So that documentary is free on Tubi. Tubi is a free app you can download. And then listen, I'll put up a community tab about hold on, it's on Tubi and it's how we're gonna do a Suburban Nightmare. A show viewing together, how we can all watch the other series together, the other new documentary. I'll figure that out overnight and post about it tomorrow, and we'll see what we can do, what everybody votes on. Oh, isn't that coincidental? That's just like that Positive Vibes. They went around different channels that are anti-NC doing that. But listen, I'm going to go upstairs and make sure the kids are asleep and in bed or ready for bed. I think he already did it, Gary. I can't wait for AD's arrest. Or, I'm sorry, his lawsuit, his takedown. Thank you for coming here and watching this with me. Thank you for coming back on the boat. We made it. Everybody was very polite. Merly Robbie. Damn it. How do other people do watch parties? I'll have to look into it. But yeah, we survived the waters together again. And it was nice. It was nice to revisit some old acquaintances, some old conversations, but it's also one of those cases that I just don't want to go back down. I don't want to. Respectfully, I want the families to have the peace they have asked for, which is to stop. Then again, new documentaries are coming out, which comes with a whole new, please do, Mimi, please do. Which has come to a whole new audience. There's going to be a new audience. Can we come to your house? Oh, this is going to be a tough one. I think this is going to bring this case back to the forefront. I don't know, Lucy Lee. I'm not quite sure. I had a few that I looked into and written down. I'm not too sure yet. Thank you all for being here. Caddy, thank you. Thank you, Carol, Hippie. Everybody have a good night. Feeling a little dirty. Me too, Wandering Sub. Just a little heavy. I guess I'm feeling heavy. Thank you, Carol. I tried to. Kellyanne, good night. Shalina, Ava Lady, everybody in chat. Incognito, you're back. Without Borders has a lot of insight. A lot of insight. She's a blessing. Setting up my tent on the island. See you tomorrow. Keep it down, guys. All right, everybody. Have a good night.